On today's Monday Minute, we teach you how to not condition your customers to quit, but instead how to condition them to complete and escalate up your value ladder and in your business so they aren't getting pushed back out to sea. So I'm going to shut up now because now it's time to cue the intro. Go. Welcome back to another episode of the Mind of George Show, and it's a Monday Minute. This one's a good one. Are you ready? Do not condition your customers to quit. Do not condition your customers to quit. Now, let me explain this one, but it's something I want you to be focused on, and this is one of the biggest quote-unquote secrets that moves the needle when we go into businesses and we look at customer journeys is not conditioning our customers to quit, but conditioning them to complete and then escalate up a value ladder or towards something. And so what do I mean by this? I'm going to use a lead magnet as an example. I see lead magnets galore. We all have them, right? Do this in 7 days, do this in 3 steps, give me your email for this training, do blah, 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 right? Insert promise. And so we know that they're looking for something, and then we get their email, and then instead of having the patience or the intention to design that customer journey to complete that, what normally happens is we end up distracting them again. So they'll come in for a training. We don't care if they really watch the training, and I'm saying we as in like I see this all the time. We should care that they watch the training, but then instead of them watching it, we immediately go sell them. And then they buy our course, and then we get upset that they're not completing our course or that they're having issues with the course. But when you think about it, before they even paid, they never completed what it was that was promised. They were opted in. They weren't held accountable, or a customer journey wasn't created. So they have a conditioned behavior that when it comes to your stuff, that they don't have to complete it. They might buy it, and then it becomes shelf help, and it has an experience on you. Versus if somebody comes in to accomplish something in 7 days and you help them accomplish it and then make them an offer at the 7-day mark, they're more likely to complete the next thing or what they buy or to implement what it is that you're teaching them or what it is that you're selling them, because that's been the paradigm the entire time. When we relate to our customers, we are setting the context of the relationship from the moment they meet us all the way until they are gone. And if we're conditioning them over and over, like, hey, leave me a comment, I'll send you this thing, and then we never follow up that they implement it, that they listen to it, that they use it, even with an automated customer journey, then the moment we have the next thing, they'll get it the next thing. But then the moment we buy something or sell something, we can't get upset that they don't buy because they're used to getting free things, or that they buy and then they come to you and say, hey, it didn't work. Hey, it didn't work. I bought it. It didn't work. It didn't work. When the entire context of the relationship was, we're not going to hold you accountable. We're not going to create this journey for you. And I've said it before and I'll say it again. People don't buy the best product. They buy the best relationship. And when somebody pays for something, they are looking for access and accountability. What I have can probably be found on the internet. Some of the supplements that are out there in the world can be bound from 25 different people. But when somebody chooses to buy, when somebody chooses to use their email or their credit card to get into a relationship with you, they are also expecting you to help them implement, not do it for them, but help them implement. And so if somebody buys your product and 3 days before or 3 days after they buy your product, like a physical product, you sell them another one and they haven't even received the first one in the mail, you're conditioning a behavior that's going to have long tail consequences, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, when they have too much product to use. They never used it in the first place. And now instead of being like, oh, this product's awesome, I'm going to use it forever, it's like, I'll never use it again because look, I couldn't use it. It didn't work. And you have to think about that. And so when I say don't condition your customers to quit, you have to think about the journey that you're designing for your customers. And I think, in my opinion, the worst thing that can happen in a customer journey is that we give somebody a backdoor. And we know, like if you give somebody 3 options, they choose none. We know that if somebody's in the middle of an experience, if you interrupt them, they're never coming back to that experience. Well, when somebody's in the middle of a fulfillment sequence because they bought your product, or in the middle of an indoctrination sequence, you're fulfilling on your lead magnet. If you interrupt that journey and give them a back door, they're never coming back, and that behavior will be repeated and repeated and repeated and repeated. So think about it. Like you're like, oh, I have that 3-step guide. Oh, I just send them an email with a PDF and all 3 steps. Oh yeah, I should probably make a journey around that and maybe wait 5 days before I make an offer, and it'll probably work better. Or, hey, I have this 7-day guide. Hey, maybe I should cover 7 days, and in the super signature have it when they're ready, they can click through. But everybody else gets all 7 emails, then email 8 makes the offer. And then I'm showing them that they have to finish, and this is patience, and there's no one size fits all. And you have to start to empathize with your customer and where they are and create that customer journey that takes them there, which is everything that I covered in episode 137, which was the PIP method for customer journey. And so go take a listen to that one if you haven't. But I wanted to set that context and set that thought today for you, that today's Mindset Monday is conditioning your customers to complete. So do not condition your customers to quit. Create customer journeys at every ounce of the way, and then condition your customers to complete so they can keep winning, keep progressing, and keep growing with you instead of away from you. So that's it for today's episode. I will see you in the next one, or you will hear me in your earballs. And remember that relationships always beat algorithms. Bye.